Welcome, beautiful soul family. Again, we are on time. It is 1:11 a.m. and it just changed to 1:12. So we are on time for this transmission. Spirit has me on this funny schedule, and I'm actually really enjoying it because I am a bit of a night owl. I do love waking up before the sun comes out, but at the same time, I've always been a night owl. I just feel like when the world is quiet and everything is silent, that's when I connect the most to spirit. That's when I connect the most to myself. And that's when I feel at peace. That's when I feel that I can be anything I want to be. And my imagination of my inner child comes out and just has a chance to play freely. So some of you might resonate with that. In today's light language transmission, I have been called to deliver some light codes for the feeling of isolation and loneliness. So I was going to do these two separately, but I feel like they intertwine quite a bit, especially right now more than ever with what we are going through as a collective on a global scale, what's happening all over the world, and how we're all being impacted by this change, this shift, this transformation, this energetic transition of Mother Gaia leveling from the 3D to the 5D and above. And it's such a beautiful time to be alive because we can be on a 3D planet and experience higher levels of consciousness no matter where we are, no matter how we're living, no matter what state we're in, no matter what country we're in. It's all about going within and raising our vibration so that we can connect with our own being more deeply. And it's a beautiful time for us to all be connecting. And I'm sure you can feel this right now, how the divine is bringing light workers together, starseeds together, twins together, people on a mission together, how the divine is really helping us to find each other and helping us to realize that in truth, we are never really alone. We are never really isolated. We might be in isolation, we might be in lockdown, we might have certain rules and restrictions, but on a deeper level, on a soul level, on a spiritual level, you are never restricted. Your spirit is free, fam. Set your spirit free. You can go wherever you want. You just need to close your eyes and take yourself there. You just need to allow your mind to go in the direction where your spirit wishes to flow, and you will be able to transcend any limitations and any segregation and any separation that you feel, because we are all one, fam. And we are beginning to understand this as our brothers and sisters, our soul brothers and sisters are uniting, our soul tribes, our soul fam. We're all finding each other, and it's a beautiful thing. And every single one of you that are here listening to me, every single one of you that connects with me on a deep level and resonates with me, you are my family. We are family. And I know that besides what we're going through as a collective right now, some of us, most of us, have felt isolated our whole lives. If you resonate with this and if you resonate with my energy, then you may have felt isolated your whole life, or at certain points of your life where you felt like you didn't fit in, where you felt like you weren't part of society, where you just couldn't fit in no matter how much you tried. And I always say that's because you were born to stand out, fam. You weren't born to fit in. You were born to pave a new way. When you are born into a world that doesn't make sense to you, it's because you're here to create a brand new one. And that is what we are all doing right now with our energies, our combined healing is bringing so much healing to Mother Gaia. It's bringing so much healing to planet Earth, to the animals, to the trees, to the birds, to the bees, to the plants. We doing this work is paving the way and setting the foundation for generations to come, where they'll be able to look back and say, our ancestors did this, man. Thank goodness for our ancestors, because they put in the work and they did what it took to break generational curses, to break patterns, to help us to realize that even when we feel alone, we are never truly alone. The entire universe is with us, fam. The divine is with you. God is with you. If you were led here, if you were led to this channel, if you were led to this transmission, it's because something greater than ourselves is guiding us back to each other, something that is within us. The spark of the divine that is outside is also working within us. That greatness within us is what is guiding us back to each other, fam. That greatness within us, the divine spark that works through us, is helping us to find each other, fam. I know some of you have felt lonely. I too myself have felt very lonely on this journey. In fact, Spirit has had me alone a lot on my journey because I'm walking my soul path. And I always say your soul's path means that you are going to be walking solo a lot of the time. But the reason for that is when you walk solo, you get to connect with the divine more fully. You get to embrace that time between you and Spirit, Source, God, Creator, and you get to build a really strong bond, a really deep connection, a really deep relationship with the divine. And then everything in your life begins to feel like a miracle. Then you realize that you are never truly alone. Then you realize that you have soul family all over the world, in different parts of the world, and we're all waking up and we're all healing. And as we all heal and as we all rise and shine and align with the divine and step into our soul purpose and step onto our mission, we light up in different areas of the world. And those little lights, they all start to draw back to each other. They all start to come back to their original frequency. And that's a beautiful thing, fam. I want this light language to be uplifting, because as much as I have felt isolated and alone on my journey, it has been my greatest blessing. During that time is when I was gifted with the ability and the chance to heal so that I could help others to heal. During that time was when I was able to understand that I am a vessel for Source, and that Source works through me, and everything I deliver is directly credited to the Most High. So for those of you who send me blessings and gratitude, I wish blessings and gratitude for all of you. And I know that the Most High that works through me is the same Most High that works through all of you. And that's what's bringing us together, fam. That's what's helping us to realize that we are not isolated, we are not alone. If anything, it's giving you a chance to realize that even sitting in a room, you have the whole universe surrounding you. You have your angels, you have your guides, you have the archangels. Everything is right there with you. For those of you who know the story of Joseph, he was kept in captivity. He was banished down to dungeons. And that's when he found his connection to God. That's when he realized that he wasn't alone at all. That's when he was able to look out of the window and look up at the stars and see that the entire universe was working with him to help him become the greatest version of himself, to help him to free himself, to help him to realize who he truly was. Those of you who know the story of Shiva and Parvati, you will know that they too were separated. They too had to spend a lot of time alone, and in that time alone they were able to heal themselves, cleanse and purify themselves, so that when they came back together and formed a divine union, they could help others on planet Earth understand what it means to love freely and unconditionally, to give freely and receive freely, to be able to have the kind of union that is a blessing not only for each other, but a blessing for the entire collective, for the entire world, and for all that encounter that union. For those of you who know the story of Krishna and Radha, even being apart, they were always together. Anytime someone looked at one of them, they were able to automatically see the other right there. The essence of the other was always with them. So all of us are together in this, fam. The essence of all of us, the spirit of all of us is helping each other through this. And it's such a beautiful time for us to be alive. I know at times it feels lonely. I know at times you feel isolated. I know at times you feel disconnected. But just remember that the true connection is right there within you, and God is just trying to redirect you back to yourself and giving you the time, the gift of time, to help you to tap into yourself and to help you to ignite that internal wisdom, so that you realize that you are connected to the oneness of everything. You realize that you can close your eyes and communicate telepathically with whoever you wish. You realize that love is all around us, and it's just a matter of us finding that love within ourselves so that we can see it and feel it and experience it in everything else. For those of you who know the story of Buddha, even he had to leave his entire family, his wife, his child, his father, his kingdom behind. He was a prince, he was a king. He left his entire kingdom behind to find himself, and he had to go solo. He had to go into isolation to realize that he wanted to walk the middle path. So that time that you have alone, that time that you have in isolation, cherish it. Cherish it and know that it's there to teach you something about yourself. It's there to help you to realize what you're here for, to realize what your soul came to earth to do, to realize your mission, to realize your purpose, and to help to put you on the correct path. It's not a punishment, fam. It's the greatest gift from the divine to give you time. And everything always aligns in divine time. Patience and time are two of the greatest stepping stones to wisdom. And when we can realize this, then everything begins to take shape and unfold in the way that it was destined to. Allow it, fam. Allow yourself to go through that process. And when you feel really lost, when you feel really low, when you do feel really alone and isolated, go in and grieve. Deal with that pain. There's a reason why you're feeling that pain. And it's okay for you to feel it. It's okay for you to deal with it. You must feel it to heal it, fam. Cry if you need to cry. Let it out. It's completely okay for you to emote. Never suppress your emotions. Our emotions are energy in motion. They're our internal guidance system telling us that we need to release something, we need to heal from something. So my intention is that this light language brings through light codes that helps you to heal from the feeling of loneliness and disconnectedness, that helps you to heal from being isolated, that helps you to heal from feeling like an outcast, like an outsider, like you don't belong, like you don't fit in, like you're not a part of, that helps you to realize that we truly are all one. I'm here for you, fam. Everybody on this channel, we're here for each other. I want us to consider each other as family. If you see a comment on my channel that you can help somebody with, please, by all means, go ahead and tell them your experience. Share your experiences. It's okay for you to open up here. This is a safe space for all of us. There is no judgment here, fam. There is only freedom. Freedom and liberation. The freedom to be yourself. The freedom to speak up. The freedom to speak your truth. The freedom to show up as who you are and be authentic, because I love you, the divine loves you, and we're all here together as one. Wow, man. Oh, my heart is overflowing right now doing this channeling. And with that said, fam, I'm going to deliver this light language transmission from my heart to yours. And I hope that it brings you great peace, great comfort. I hope that it helps you to realize that we're all in this together, that you're never truly alone, that the entire universe is with you. So take a deep breath in. And set your intention for what you would like to receive from this transmission. And with each exhale, allow yourself to release any feelings of loneliness, any feelings of isolation. You may visualize throughout this transmission any time in your life where you felt left out or outcasted or isolated or felt alone, you felt rejected and abandoned, you felt like you didn't belong. Go back to those times as who you are now and really reparent yourself and guide yourself through it. Help yourself to realize who you really are. Help yourself to look up at the sky and see how many stars there are and realize that that too is our family. We are all family. Bring that energy of love into all those places of yourself that have felt isolated and alone. Heal yourself, fam, because we are all healers in truth, and we have the ability to heal from within, so long as we believe.
Nikitai sore kashakarako da tikite da sikitere katako ke kokara sa takasha takarakate ta ta te to ta ta takatakata se rakatakatakashakatakarakata ro sa takate ra tukuruku 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 ta te ta rakate sa Nikishikiri kita kasukuru kutu 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 ina tha Nikishakara kata Nikishakara kata sakita na shukutu kutu kutu kuru kutu 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 kuru kutu 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 kuru kutu kuta ni sa Rina kashakata kara kata kisikita kara kata kusukutu kuru kutu kusukutu kutu kara Takasikara kata kashakata kata kasakara kata kasakata kata kashukuru kutu kusukura kata kasakata kara Takashakata Tikisikitira Sitashi Takasakarakata Kashakati Karakata Sakata Karakata Rakatu 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 Rani Katakari Ta Tre Tre Takasa Takarakata Tre Sakatara Kati Ta Tishi Ta Tikitara Kasikata Kashukoto Karukoto Kusukani Ta Nikitari shukotokora to 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 ta. Kikeka ko ko ka. Kikeka ko ko ka. Kikeka ko ko ka. Kikeka ko ko ka. Ka 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 ka. Nari sirate karo shinari dure sinaru. Nari dina shikari ta sinati karira. Sakarakate, 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 sakarakatana thana thate shakatakarakato, rukutukuso, rukuto, rukuto, rukutukuso, rukutuko, rukute lakathari kisi, trakashikite harakatakasakatakaratakasakatakaratakasakatakaratakasukitikhi. Tarasakitiki-teraka sukataka-shukitaka-rakitiki-sikataka karakataka 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 kako shukutukutukushu kako shukutukutu kako shukutukutu kako
Thank you, thank you, thank you. It is done, it is done, it is done. And so it is.